So for this adventure, we're heading to East Tennessee to South Cumberland State Park. Now for me, it's not going to be another solo mission. I'm bringing along Zach. Him and I actually went on my first backpacking trip together in this park, but the 12-mile journey we have scheduled for today is going to utilize trails that neither of us have been on before. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite state parks in Tennessee. I think the trails are challenging enough to keep things interesting, and even though it's about an hour away, it really feels like you're getting out of town.
Transition. Oh yeah, we're ready. We're so ready. We're loaded. All right, we're just getting started. We got about 12 miles to camp. South Cumberland State Park here. Enjoying all the colors so far. It's a beautiful day. It's nice and chilly, just the way I like it. We're gonna get moving, stay nice and warm. So it's my first time out here hiking with trekking poles.
What I went with were the REI Trailbreak Aluminum 775 T6 hiking poles. Now I did a good bit of research before purchasing these, and these seem to have all the features that were recommended in my price range. The foam handles were comfortable, and even the mechanism used to extend the poles is something similar you find at the bottom of a bike seat, like a twist lock mechanism.
Definitely sold on the trekking poles. Just crossed a little stream there. It wasn't anything too aggressive, but without the poles, we would both probably be wet right now.
This definitely reminded me of the last trip I went on when I didn't have trekking poles, and I probably went across at least a dozen water crossings, and not all of them turned out favorable for my boots.
Right idea. I've got one wet boot.
When you're standing on a slippery log or rock and you've got those two extra poles to hold you up, it honestly acts like two extra legs and kept me from having to wake up with wet boots or spend the whole day just sopping around in them.
There's no going back. Trekking poles are bust. Heck yeah. I love these little boulder fields. Looks like an old dried up river. That's awesome. Fun to climb on too.
That's good.
Said, how's morale? We're 2 in.
It's great. We're going good, man. We're almost there. Got about almost to camp.
It's a brisk 10 miles to camp. Where's the trail? All right, well, we're back at mile 0. These may be some of the more confusing mile markers I've ever seen, because this is the 3rd 0 that we've seen on this trail, so onward. Trekking poles for the win. Oh, that's not stable.
Or under, and I'll do the opposite.
Over's an option. Yeah! Yeah! Oh yeah, stuck it. All right, we're trying to get through to our lunch spot here. Trail's getting really rocky again. It's a little rough on the ankles, but we're moving right along. Definitely ready for lunch. Re-energize. Keep on going. Weather's so absolutely perfect. We both kind of shed down a few layers. It's so comfortable. I want to be fake. Damn, this is so cool. I'm gonna climb up there. How was that? How was that for good acting? Oh, cool water. Now Zach can boil his 45-minute lunch.
Hey, only 40 minutes.
The experts on the situation. Wah, wah.
Oh, let's turn back.
Yeah, trail goes that way. This trail right here is actually an old stagecoach road. It was built primarily by slaves before the Civil War. And I mean, if you can imagine a horse-drawn stagecoach with wooden wheels, see they built some retaining walls for the switchbacks down there. I can't even imagine how bumpy of a ride that must have been. It was definitely internal organ damage. All right, here we are, 6.2 miles away from camp. Woo! We are losing daylight, but spirits are high. 6. What's another 6, huh? Let's do this.
Nothing.
Nothing. Come on. Thought I saw the colors till I turned the corner. Whoo! That is kind of why we came. About to head into a very colorful tunnel. Perfect. Couscous ready to go. All right, so dress this up a little bit. Our little olive oil. It's good for flavor and just free calories. Got some mixed veggies. Usually don't get to bring this stuff on longer trips, but since it's just a one day and it's really cold out, these held up really well. Save some of these for dinner. Lastly, I like bringing little turkey sticks. A little protein you can add to meals like this. Oh yeah, I was talking to myself. camp knife. Lunch.
So recently I posted a separate video talking about what I like to think about when I'm packing food on the trail. I get that question quite a bit, as well as compare hot and cold meals like Zach and I are doing. So if that sounds interesting, be sure to go check it out.
Here we are, just wrapping up lunch. Once we get our cold weather gear back on, we've got about another 5 miles to camp. So now we're just racing daylight, but it's a pretty well marked path. I don't think it's going to be a big issue getting back.
Pretty flat.
And yeah, pretty flat. So it's going to be hopefully an easy ride into camp. Legs. And we'll get there in plenty of time to at least get camp set up before dark. If we need to cook in the whatever, at least everything's going to be set up and we can kind of get the lay of the land. So full of energy. Good lunch, great lunch. Hot lunch, cold lunch, red lunch, yellow lunch. We're ready to get back on the trail.